I want to start this video, if I may, with Pastor Manning. What's interesting is it's interesting how both men are pastors, Jesse Lee Peterson and Pastor Manning. However, let's start with Pastor Manning. Obviously, the term roast black people, roast and destroy black people, is a term that gives white people delight. They loved it. In fact, his videos were viral when he went round attacking the black race. Notably black men, which is interesting. Leave the black women alone because they want to breed with them, okay? But you go for the black men, okay? And Pastor Manning, he was funded by the far right wing spectrum. He went and said that Obama was this. I mean, I'm not saying I like Obama. I'm just saying that when people did not like the idea of the mixed race, because Obama isn't black, right? He's more for the gays and the trans. But when they didn't like the idea of a mixed race president, then Pastor Manning, he decided, I'm going to exploit this because this is guaranteed to make me money. So he went on the rhetoric anti-Obama, saying he had no passport and blah, blah, blah. And the far right wing, they poured their money at his feet. Because he paid. Only then to find out, according to the Turkey program, the Turks, that Pastor Manning was sexually abusing young children. Suddenly, his support fell, not because he was abusing young children, but for the simple reason Pastor Manning stopped sort of slandering black people. He stopped, his hatefulness of black people. And what he did when he stopped that, sorry, I've got a doorbell there. And when he stopped slandering black people, that's when his support fell. So it wasn't because of the abuse allegation, it was because he stopped abusing black people. Then suddenly all his videos just went down to 50 and 100 viewing, not the thousands when he was attacking black people. That you're guaranteed to get ratings. Insult black people and you're guaranteed to get ratings. His ratings stopped. Not because he was abusing little children, but because he stopped slandering black people. And when he went for the trans and the LGBTQ, that was when his ratings suddenly dropped as well. Same thing with Candace Owens. Candace Owens, according to Cardi B, says that, this is according to Cardi B, her husband is gay and he had sex with Candace Owens' brother. According to Cardi B, I must say that for legal purposes, and they'd be at loggerheads over that. But it's interesting when you look very closely between these people, especially Jesse Lee Peterson, you begin to realize something does not add up. Something that they're quite bizarre. Two pastors and one another right wing, Candace Owens. And you look in the background, you begin to realize some freakiness is going on. You sell out your race, you sell out your birthright, and this is what happens. You lose knowledge of self, you get punished, and you begin to lose consciousness and your moral values. Because when you sell out, they're watching to see how perverse you'll become. When Candace Owens went on attacking the trans, all the far right wing who pays her money and support her says, leave the trans alone. or we will stop funding you. Go for black men, but leave the trans. Trans is, men who say they want to be women and wear high heels. 6'5" men, 400 pounds. The far right wing who claim that they believe in family values says to Candace Owens, go for the black men, but leave the trans alone. And to Candace Owens' credit, she still continued attacking the trans. So I give her respect for that. They wanted to shut her down and stop her funds if she went after the trans. There's a far right wing, you're supposed to be heterosexual. I don't know what they were getting out of protecting trans. But they told Candace Owens, if you go after the trans, we're no longer going to fund you. And this is why black people sell out, because they know you're more likely to be funded by the far right wing than be funded from your own community. That's why we sell out. But wait for the shock. Jesse Lee Peterson, all over the media, they're saying he's gay. All over the media, this guy, he was saying Donald Trump is God's man, Donald Trump is his white hero, etc. The language he uses, he was saying he hates women shouldn't vote, then having all males. So he was programming men to hate women and then secretly having an all boys club, an all boys club, while he was programming males to hate women. And you think something don't add up. This guy, he looks simple, but he's devious. He looks simple, but behind all that simplicity, behind his mansion wall, his Neverland, behind it all, he's playing a sinister and evil, cunning game. He knows what he's doing. There's all over media, they're telling him, come forward. They're telling him, this is what you've done. Answer to it. And you know something? Jesse Lee Peterson calls himself a pastor, and he still hasn't answered to all the social media. Just look up Jesse Lee Peterson is gay. Just look up everywhere. And he hasn't even answered. The videos where they're showing him running away from questions.
So, I'm the first man in your whole career. I am the first man in your whole career that you have run from. Like the chicken song that you play. You are running from me. You're running from your what you've been doing for 31 years. Trying to get us killed here. Jesse's so upset that he tried to cross the street before he should have, and caused these cars to stop and bash into each other. So that's because I now have video proof, more so than before. Oh, that's nice. He wants me to tell them how I was sleeping with my brother's wife.
He won't answer his critics that he abused, not black boys, funny enough, white boys. You got these 5 white males allegedly saying that Jesse Lee Peterson abused them. And who's defending Jesse Lee Peterson? Not himself, but his far right-wing followers. This man's supposed to be a pastor. What are they defending him for? Because he goes around slandering black people. They don't care about the allegation that he's done. They don't care about the allegation of him grooming, boys. They don't care. All they care about, he slanders black people. And we can overlook his sins. This is where corruption is. You hate a black race so much that you're willing to overlook historic abuse, overlook alleged historic sexual abuse, just as long as you go after black people. You begin to realize this world is nasty. You begin to realize how vile, racists are, that they will overlook just a pastor, historic abuse, alleged I must add for legal purposes, alleged. But you know something? Not one of them says, Jesse Lee Peterson, why you gone quiet? Why you not answering to all the allegations? No, they're pumping money. As long as he pushes the far right wing agenda, they don't care what fantasy you got, what filthy fantasies. As long as you push the far right wing agenda, they'll continue to fund you and keep their mouth shut. To this very day, to my knowledge, Jesse Lee Peterson has not answered to the allegations or the charges. To this very day. Everything when any normal person would say, wait there, you're trying to bring me down. But no. Instead, he ran away from questioning, almost causing car accidents, etc. Comes as a pastor while allegedly setting up all these strange language, attacking women and then grooming boys in his Neverland. You realize something don't make sense. Something. And it's interesting, when you sell your soul, when you sell your nation, you become confused. And look at the state you're in. I can tell you some horror stories of this kind. When you sell out your race, what happens to you? The Bible says you lose a sense of knowledge and history and morality. And this is where it gets you. When you sell your soul to the devil, there's a price to pay. When you sell it's almost like you empty yourself from your self-worth. Empty yourself from your moral substance. And this is what happens when you empty yourself from self-worth and values. And this guy, to this very day, nobody has heard from him responding to the allegation. And they don't care. As long as he continues attacking black people, they don't care. They will turn a blind eye.
So, I'm the first man in your whole career. I am the first man in your whole career that you have run from. Like the chicken song that you play. You are running from me. You're running from your what you've been doing for 31 years. Trying to get us killed here. Jesse's so upset that he tried to cross the street before he should have, and caused these cars to stop and bash into each other. So that's because I now have video proof, more so than before. Oh, that's nice. He wants me to tell them how I was sleeping with my brother's wife.